Have you ever wondered why the simplest conversations can spark the deepest connections? We often treat small talk as the awkward prelude to the real conversation, just a warm up act before the headliner. But here's the strange truth: even your best friend, the person who knows you better than anyone else, likely began your friendship with something as ordinary as, "What class are you in?" So, why do we look down on small talk when it's literally the bridge to everything meaningful? This story is about how one deceptively simple skill, active observation, can turn even the most forgettable moments into life-changing ones. Because what if I told you your next job, your next friendship, even your next breakthrough in life could start with a comment about a stranger's shoes? 1. Every connection starts with awkwardness. Picture this: you're sitting alone in a coffee shop. A stranger nearby is reading a thick book, its cover faded and tattered. You want to say something? Maybe, "Is it good?" But your brain immediately screams, "That's weird. Don't bother them." So you stay silent. But imagine if you said this instead: "That book looks like it survived a house fire." No pressure, no deep question, just a light, funny observation. And just like that, you've invited them into a moment with you. No script, no expectations. That's how it begins. Because connection isn't built on perfectly crafted sentences. It's built on presence. And presence starts with observation. 2. Small talk isn't about words, it's about emotion. Most people think small talk is for exchanging information. What do you do? Where are you from? But what it's really about is this: how do you make the other person feel? When you notice the little things, a slightly chipped coffee mug, a quirky pair of socks, the way someone's shoulders drop when they finally sit down, you're saying, "I see you." And that is powerful, because people don't crave to be understood right away. What they crave is to feel noticed, to know that they exist in someone else's reality. That's all it takes to start building trust. 3. Active observation, the invisible superpower. Active observation is not just looking, it's tuning in. Put your phone down, remove the earbuds, let yourself step fully into the world around you, like a detective walking into a scene. Who's nervously checking their watch? Who keeps glancing at the exit? Who's wearing a winter coat in the middle of July? These are not just background details, they're invitations. And when you respond to them with a gentle remark, not a question, not a demand, you're not starting a conversation, you're creating a shared moment. The science behind the magic. Why does this work so well? First, people love to feel seen, not flattered, not psychoanalyzed, just seen. Second, when you lead with observation instead of interrogation, you remove social pressure. No one wants to explain their life story to a stranger, but most people don't mind reacting to a simple, honest comment. It's not about being clever, it's about being real. This is how humans are wired. Before language, we survived by noticing patterns. Changes in facial expression, tension in the shoulders, shifts in tone. That instinct is still alive in us today. 5. What if you're introverted? Here's the twist: this approach is actually perfect for introverts. You don't like shallow conversations? Great. You hate scripted small talk? Even better. Because this method isn't about being loud, it's about being present. The more you observe, the more naturally your words will come. You're not performing, you're simply commenting on reality. A crooked picture frame, a hilariously oversized salad, a song playing too softly for anyone to recognize. And the best part? People remember how you made them feel more than anything you say. 6. How to practice without being weird. Like any muscle, observation needs training. Here's how. Put the phone down. Real life is happening outside the screen. Make neutral comments. That's a serious amount of whipped cream is not judgment, it's a spark. Be okay with silence. Not every comment leads to conversation. That's okay. You're extending an invitation, not forcing a performance. Start with one observation a day. Just one. You'll be amazed how many people are just waiting for someone, anyone to notice them. 7. The moment that changed everything. Let me tell you a story. A man stood nervously at a networking event staring at his shoes. He hated these things, hated how fake they felt. Everyone was bragging, handing out cards, posturing. He turned to leave, when a woman beside him glanced at his shoes and said, "That's a bold choice for suede on a rainy day." They both laughed. That moment turned into a conversation. That conversation turned into a collaboration. That collaboration became a startup that's now helping thousands of people, all because of a comment about shoes. Small talk? Try small miracle. Final. The hidden power you already have. As a communication coach, I'll say this clearly. Small talk is not the warm-up. It's the doorway. The doorway to friendship. The doorway to opportunity. The doorway to a better version of your life. Every time you make a small observation, every time you reach out with curiosity instead of fear, you're not just talking. You're practicing how to hold space, how to lead energy, how to change the atmosphere of a room. And you don't need to be extroverted. You don't need to be funny. You just need to be brave enough to begin. Remember this, a person who knows how to start a conversation can walk into any room and turn it into a gateway, while the person waiting for deep conversations will stay stuck on the sidelines. You don't need to be a great speaker to be magnetic. You just need the courage to say the first line.